Welcome back to the Thursday evening Cowboy Fashion Report. This evening I've got on another gorgeous pearl snap shirt that just overwhelms you with unbridled eloquence. Notice pearl snaps. This shade of white is called Arctic Albino Alpaca. Now, the Arctic Albino Alpaca is a very rare breed of alpaca. It's hardly ever seen by humans. I don't believe there's any in captivity. Matter of fact, the wild ones have only been seen one documented time by one Eskimo, and he had eyes that went like that all the time. So, you know, I'm going to tell y'all a story about when I was out there in Floyd County working for Todd Beatty, the time we got the big steer drunk. Well, Todd had about, I don't know, probably 250 head of 8 weights turned out. We'd had them all winter. And this was late winter, early spring. The wheat was good, and these big boys was ready to ship, and they were slick and fat, ready to go. And we was about 10 days out from shipping. Well, Todd had a creek feeder at another place that had a little bit of sweet feed left in it, and he asked me to drag that creek feeder over there and let them big steers clean that sweet feed up so as not to waste it. So I did. We bopped along there 2 or 3 days, seemed like, and we checked them every day, checking water, checking for bloats. Went over there one evening, and hell, there was 2 or 3 dead, and about half a dozen more bloated up trying to die. Now, if you don't know what a bloat is, that's when their belly on their left side blows up, and sometimes they'll get higher than their backbone, and it's air. And you can stick a needle in them sometimes, or a pocket knife, poke a little hole in them, or a lot of times you can just run them around and make them shit, and they'll be all right. In extreme cases, you got to stick a tube down them and pump mineral oil in them and clean them out. So anyway, we was finally figured out that sweet feed that was doing it and drug that stuff out of there, and we still checking on them steers all day long, every day. Well, one morning I got out there, and there's a big Charolais cross. He's pushing 9 easy, and he was blowed up tighter than Dick's hat, man. Wasn't no way I was gonna be able to catch him and ease him down without a possibility of popping that belly and killing him real fast. So I was parked out in the middle of that big wheat field. I don't know, it was a section or two, and throwed my trailer gate open, and I got horseback, and I just trotting him around that trailer and easing him. Finally, he just jumped up in the trailer, and I was patting myself on the back, you know, no wild cowboy shit, just did everything right. Got a rope halter on him, got him sucked up our side of the trailer so we could have our way with him and tube him, and I called Mark, and I mean Todd and Mark with his brother. He run the farming deal. And both of them super good fellas. I'm still friends with them. And they got there, and Todd did, and we got him tubed. Mark pulled up right after we got him tubed, and he said, that mineral oil's in the back, Todd, in that gallon jug. And Todd reached back there and grabbed a gallon jug with clear liquid in it. Well, for some reason, I don't know what it would have been used for, Mark had a gallon jug of rubbing alcohol in there right beside the mineral oil. Bad deal. Well, Todd grabbed that rubbing alcohol without any of us realizing it, and we pumped this whole gallon jug of rubbing alcohol down this big steer's belly. About the time we get done, Todd smells it, and boy, the high-pitched argument was on. Both of them, when they got mad, their voices got real high, kind of like this, and they fighting like this, you know, and now it's funny as hell. Meanwhile, this steer's getting sloshed. He's gone, you know. He's still standing up. They kind of quit being mad at each other. Tell me to take him on to the pen, see if I can get him unloaded. And so I get the pens about a mile away, and this poor big sucker, he got all 4 feet locked down on the sides of this trailer, and his little head sideways like it, you know, tongue hanging out. And he's as drunk as I've been several times, so I feel sorry for him. I get him eased out of the trailer finally, and ease him around there, and kind of ease him up against the fence best I can for him something to lean on. And I'm sad to say that he didn't recover from that condition, but in his last hours of life, he was so drunk, I'm pretty sure that he was dreaming that he had his balls again, and was probably turned out on a nice Bermuda grass patch with 15 first calf heifers with some fresh water. It was a good death. Y'all keep snapping. I'll see you next week.